Hey guys, it's Ellen, and today I wanted to do my March TBR. The first books I have here are actually carryovers from last month's TBR that I didn't get to finish. The first one is Mistborn, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, and I've actually made quite a bit of progress on this one, but for the most part in February I was just like really not in the mood for fantasy. I really only wanted to read contemporary, so that's most of what I read last month, but finally near the end of the month I wanted to read some more fantasies, so I got a little bit further into this one, and I'm really excited to finish it up. The next book that's a carryover is Because It Is Bitter and Because It Is My Heart by Joyce Oates. And I wanted to read this one last month, but I didn't get around to it, so I'm excited to read this one. It'll be my first Joyce Oates, and I have two other of her books on deck in case I absolutely fall in love and have to read some more of her writing, which could happen, I don't know. The next book I want to read is Siddhartha, and this is by Herman Hesse, and this one I want to read. It's a really tiny little book. I want to read it because I'm actually taking a class on Indian Buddhism, and we're learning about like the biography of Buddha. And this is sort of the biography of Siddhartha, or one of the stories that of how his life went. This one's probably the most well-known in like pop culture, so I thought that I would start here, and since it's super short, it'll give me just a good place to start in addition to the class that I'm taking, which is also quite informative, but I think this will be a nice read. This next book I want to read I actually featured in my last haul, and it is Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. This one I'm really excited about, very curious about, and also a little bit nervous about. I know that it has a lot of like incest in here, but a lot of people have said that they love this book, so I think that I'm going to go in with an open mind and see what I think of the story, so I'm really looking forward to that one. This next one is another book that I had in my last haul, and it is Unnatural Creatures, which is a collection of stories about sort of fantastic beasts, and it's collected by Neil Gaiman. This one sort of got me out of my not wanting to read fantasy rut, and so I am grateful to it and I want to finish it up. It's quite big, so I might only get through a couple of the stories, but I think I want to make my way through this one and see what I think of it. This next book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, and this one is by Benjamin Alire Saenz. This one is a contemporary about two boys and their friendship, and I'm really looking forward to this because, as I said, I've been on a contemporary kick, and this one seems like a really unique one. Some of the other ones I read were more like romancy, so this one seems like more of a friendship book. I think that will be a nice thing to read about. Next up, I have The Boundless by Kenneth Oppel, and as I've mentioned a couple of times in my videos, Kenneth Oppel is an author that I've read since I was younger, and he wrote the Silverwing series, which is one of my favorite series. So this is one of his adult books, or young adult books. Actually, I think this one's young adult. And I am really looking forward to continuing on with his writing because I loved it as a kid, and I think that I will still love it now. This next one is the third book in a series that I started at the end of last year, and I've been continuing on with it, and it's Visitors by Orson Scott Card. So I read Pathfinder, I think at the end of last year, maybe December, and then I read Ruins a couple months ago, and then I'm finally getting around to reading this one now. I kind of need to like intersperse some other books because it's just so jam-packed with so much information. It's so good. I mean, I love this series so much, but it's a lot to take in, and so I need to like spread it out, or else this would be all that's taking up my mind, and I would like not even be able to read other stuff. And I think this is the last book in the series, if I'm correct. I think it's a trilogy, so I'm really excited to see how this one ends. I have no idea where the series is going. Like, I am prepared to be surprised because I've been surprised with the last two books, so I really have no idea where this one's going to take me, and I can't wait for it. The last book that I want to get around to in March is Attachments by Rowell. And as I mentioned when I hauled this book, it will be my third book by Rowell. My first one by her was Fangirl, and I loved it so much. And then the second one I read was Landline, and I really wasn't a huge fan of it. So this is my third, and I want to love it. So it's a tiny little book. I'm hopefully just going to fly through it, and I'm hopefully going to love it because Rowell is a beautiful writer, and I would hate to not enjoy more of her stories because it was really disappointing when I didn't love Landline. I really do have high hopes for this one. I think it's going to be good. I really do. Yeah. So those are all of the books that I hope to get through in the month of March. Let me know what you guys plan on reading this month. I would love to hear about it. As always, leave suggestions for any videos you would like me to do in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!